Good morning, I'm Angie. I'm with Geology of the Soul. I'm coming to you live on September 4th, and I'm already looking for my timer because I, as usual, forgot to get it going. We need to, every time I forget the timer, put a nickel in the jar and we'll be rich by the end or something along those lines. Good morning, Fox. All right. So there we go. Now I've got the timer going. So today, September 4th, we are getting ready to move into our fourth prompt for the Badass Self-Love September. Good morning, Sandy and Judith and Lambo. So one of the things that I did to not miss out on my posts to my prompts is I set the graphic as my background on my desktop, on my laptop, I mean. So now I've got it here and it makes me happy. I'm looking at it going, wow, I love that. That's so cool. I'm so happy that like my team and I were able to come up with this, and it's been so awesome to watch it go across social media. So I'm coming to you a little early today, but I need to due to other scheduling constraints. Good morning, Tanya. Okay, so today's prompt is what is my biggest fucking misconception about myself? So what is it that I like misperceive about myself? Yesterday, I had the magician for where I needed to focus my self-love attention on owning that magic and having it and speaking it and being loud and proud about it. So let's see what my, good morning, Michelle, biggest misconception is about myself. We've got the Hierophant. So that's interesting. That touches on a lot of different things. So the Hierophant is a leader, usually, like a spiritual or academic leader. We're talking about somebody who knows their shit and teaches. So this is a teacher. In old decks, this was the Pope card. Sometimes people see this as a representation of the patriarchy or the system of patriarchy. Good morning, Samantha. But I often have a really, I don't take it as a system or a patriarchy or a shitty, rigid rules kind of card usually. I usually take it as a teacher card, a guru card, a higher learning card, in order to be the best that I can be, I need to learn all these different things. Yeah, Fox, I don't think I'm the best teacher ever. But as I was sitting here talking about the rigidity and the structure and the patriarchy, I can totally see how that could be applicable here. I tend to get really uptight and rigid sometimes when I get really stressed out. I think Fox is learning this, or will be learning this month, as I have a huge amount of tasks to be undertaking. I'm not quite ready to speak about all of it yet. It's not ready to go public, but there's a lot going on. And I'm finding that I'm needing to put everything into rigid boxes and lists and making sure that everything is all, in certain orders, because it's what gives me, comfort and security as I freak out. So I wonder if the misconception is, well, maybe I don't need all those lists and that rigidity, and maybe I can, as Serendipity's reading from the Rebel deck for me last night said, fuck fear and just move forward anyway. We've got Sandy saying, living up to other people's expectations. That is a huge thing for me, especially in regard to some of those big changes that I was talking about that are going on, and trying to be okay with knowing that my choices are my choices, even if they are unconventional. Yeah, accepted dogmas, Judith. That's totally what the Hierophant is about. So perhaps my biggest misconception is that I'm not as much of a dogma person as maybe sometimes I think I am. Yeah, structure. Exactly, Judith. I've always talked about being a structure person. At the job that I held the longest, I was there for about 10 years at a local marketing and advertising firm. I was the one who ended up by the end, the relied on me to put systems and structures into place to help people do the work in a way that allowed the team to function with the most efficiency, but also it doesn't allow for a lot of autonomy, because we become sort of a cog in the machine, automatons in the machine. This is something that has been coming up in my dreams lately. These are words that have been echoing in my dreams. This is very interesting to me. Perhaps I'm less of a structure person than I thought. Perhaps I relied on the structure. Oh, I relied on the structure in the past in order to keep me safe, and in order to, for me, I've always talked about, you know, as long as I know my 4 walls and my boundaries, I feel better. So perhaps this morning is an opportunity for me to revisit these ideas, these former ideas I had about rigidity and structure that may have served me in the past, but may no longer be the way that I need to so rigidly approach life. I'm gonna think on that. That makes me nauseous. So that probably means I need to think on that. Good morning, Regina. So I'm looking forward to seeing what your cards are for the day, what you pull for your biggest misconception about yourself. This was an interesting prompt. I am seriously looking forward to seeing what people are going to write about this across things. Don't forget to tag us in all of this so that way we can find the posts and enjoy what other people are doing. Don't forget also, this month we have the mini coaching package that I'm offering for $22 a month. That is a limited time offer. It's definitely going to rise in October and beyond. And we've got 2-for-1 readings with Sandy and Fiona. And we've got, and for Sandy, it's, you know, $15 for a small reading to get a card with her and her daughter, Fiona. So that's pretty inexpensive. And we've got Serendipity offering both tarot and runes. So if you're interested in seeing what runes have to say, a lot of times she mixes them up, and it's a lot of fun to see what happens in the way that they talk to each other, the conversation that the tarot and the runes have. And yeah, and I've got the coaching package. Good morning, Laura. So I look forward to seeing what y'all pull, and I'm gonna go chew on this idea of structure and rigidity as a misconception for myself. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.